Good afternoon and welcome in this session on new competencies and future skills. What are employers looking for? What do we have on the agenda for you? Who we are. We'd like to present ourselves and our company for you in just a few words. Why talk about future skills now? What future skills are we talking about then? And maybe some advice. First of all, who are we and who's SD Worx? My name is Laurijssen. I'm a Senior Managing Consultant. I work for the Knowledge Center at SD Worx. My colleague is Cathy Geerts. She's the Chief HR Officer, and she will take over in a couple of slides. Who's SD Worx? SD Worx is a major HR and payroll services provider in Belgium and in Europe. We deliver both payroll, but also people solutions to clients to improve their businesses and to spark success at the heart of their businesses. Why talk about future skills? I think that's the main question. What they are is probably easy, but why talk about them may be an important issue for you guys. And the most important thing that we start from is that technology will keep on changing the way we work. Technology has changed businesses over the last decades, over the last century, but is now changing business at a pace that has never seen before, which is unprecedented. And hence it changes the way we work and the skills that we apply to do our jobs. And if we look from at this perspective of employment, and we take some figures to support that, and we look at the OECD that researches this, we can state that jobs are at risk. A number of jobs are at risk. They are at risk of job automation in 14% of the cases. So 14% of jobs, the OECD estimates, are at risk to be fully automated or digitized, which is important. But again, even a higher percentage of jobs, 32%, is deemed to change radically. That means that 50 to 75% of the tasks in these jobs will change or will be taken over by automation or digitization. On the bright side, however, new jobs will emerge. Jobs that we now can even imagine that will exist in the next year, in the upcoming years. So at the end, we do need new skills also to be able to be ready for those jobs of the future. Which means from our side that looking at skills of the future and at your job and at your career, everybody should focus on a career for life instead of a job for life. Digging into that, what skills are we talking about? We got some, and maybe not the most obvious one. We'll get to digital skills, but we believe they are not the most important ones. As Alvin Toffler already said at the end of the last millennium, the illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. Learnability is probably one of the most important skills that we all need to cherish and nurture to be able to cope with the changes in our jobs over the next couple of years and the next couple of decades. So learnability is crucial, being able to learn not only in function of the job, but learning as such and unlearn as well to be able to cope with the changes in the future. If we look at other skills that are estimated to be very important, we look at some of the World Economic Forum estimates about 2022 skills outlook. And if you bear with me, you can see on the left-hand side that skills that are growing in importance in the top three are analytical thinking and innovation, active learning and learning strategies, creativity, originality and initiative. And only on a fourth place, we're talking about technology, design and programming. On the declining side, we see manual dexterity, memory, management of financial and material resources, technology installation. So overall, next to learnability, we also think that other skills that are not necessarily digital skills will help us to prepare ourselves for the future, especially those on the left-hand side and those that are growing in importance. Also think about critical thinking and analysis, complex problem solving, all things that we need to learn and that we need to support to be able to be ready for the future. If we look at SD Worx and what skills we think is important, Cathy will now take over and talk about the skills at the core of SD Worx that we promote, that we encourage everybody to acquire over the next coming years. Cathy.
Hello, I'm Cathy Geerts from SD Worx. At SD Worx, we are convinced that the world is changing, and so organizations are. Digital transformation is at the center of this change, as explained by Jan. The transformation is also happening in the world of work. Our clients are changing, and the context is changing at all times. SD Worx has created three main roles, what we call a business coach, a customer coach, and a people coach. And we have also developed three what we call future competencies that should be mastered by each individual. The role of HR is supporting and facilitating, where employees and managers can ask for support in their career and the development of their people. This can be through training, coaching, but also by providing technology. For example, we have developed some algorithms that assist us in giving feedback and finding the right development opportunities for our employees. We also have created a self-assessment tool that helps employees in discovering where they can improve in their development of the three main competencies. What now are these three competencies? First of all, connecting. It's not what you know that makes a difference. It's who you are connected with and how you can access information, how you use your networks. Second competencies is agility. It's being ready to expect the unexpected, be open to change, look at ways of improving your service towards your clients at all times. It's also about developing yourself at all times, making a personal learning plan, and look for new experience, tasks, projects, and training. And the last competency is thinking and acting outside in. Put the customer first. Put yourself in the shoes of the customers. Look at the question behind the question and be proactive. At HR, we assist our employees in developing these competencies, and we also follow the progress. So we cancelled the traditional talent and performance review by a progress management way of working, and we help in developing our employees.
Many of these skills need to be applied to the companies that you will be working in, to the industries, so may differ company per company or industry per industry. One that's entirely obvious that will be important are digital skills that you need to acquire. But like we said, maybe not the most important thing. The digital skills that we're looking for are especially related to anything that's analytical thinking, so analysis, statistics, and maybe also data science or artificial intelligence. Last but not least, for all of you in finance sector, continue to broaden, deepen, and strengthen your finance skills. The learning is never over. So learning about your job, about your occupation will remain very important. If we look at an inventory, what have we talked about? We've talked about digital skills. We've talked about functional skills. We talked about generic skills, learnability, and career skills. And there we have an overview of what are the most important things that you will need to invest in learning those skills, acquiring those to be ready for the future. Small piece of advice, like we said before, the learning is never over. Invest in your career and keep on learning. Thank you.